the Sanford goes places. I know it's been a while, but we haven't really seen the old Sanford since I blew the transfer case up over New Year's. So it's in the shop. We got it running. Surprisingly, it fired right up. When I parked it, the battery is still hooked up. I left the propane on. I think I was just done. And but yeah, still has propane and the battery kicked off. So it's in the shop, and here's what we're doing. Well, she's purring right along. I just got her pulled in. I'm giving it quite a bit of room in here. So we got some big things happening here. I just did put the other small block in there, and it runs pretty good. It's got a little lope to it and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna make a few changes. So the ever-ending saga of what to do with Sanford, I think, is resolved at this point. Now I'm committing. So I have been back and forth between the JK. That's booted out. I'm not doing that project. I actually got that already. It's sold. And this buggy, I really want to do, but my time frame does not allow to get this thing done. I've got a run that I want to do by June, and clock's ticking. And to do a full build on this and absorb the money and the time that it's going to take, I can't quite do it the way I want. Because when I do a buggy, it's going to be right. When I do Sanford, it just gets whatever it needs. So at this point, and I've threatened it over the years, but I've been staring at it and looking at it and thinking about it. But I'm going to finally link this Jeep. I'm probably going to end up cutting the back half off and redoing this back part of the cage and tubing this out, doing a bit of dovetail. Currently, I am at a 104 wheelbase. I'm going to stretch to a 112. That'll mean kicking the rear end back about 4 inches. Front end's going to go forward 3 inches. Atlas transfer case is definitely going in this thing. So again, this is my 4th Dana 300, I think, that broke. And I think what my problem is, Sanford's only got 410 gears in it because it's got this stupid Dana 61 front end in there. And to gear this is a giant pain in the butt, and I just don't feel like messing with it. Yeah, everybody says cut the tubes off, put a center in it, whatever. I really like the ratio that Sanford's at right now. And if I do the Atlas case, I'm going to a 3-to-1, which will tighten up the tiny gap that I do want to change my gearing to. And I can keep my 410 gears, because they're super strong. They got good gear contact. They're in here. My front end's already built. I am going to get rid of, it's got a welded front. I will probably put a Detroit in here. Rear's got a Detroit. But on the other note, we're going rear steer also. So this is a Dana 70 in the rear. I think I am going to cut it down, and I've got a Super Duty 60 here that I think I'm going to go ahead and slam some knuckles on it, and we're going to go full rear steer, full hydro steer on the front. It's getting it's basically a buggy at this point. So I like that this is going to keep the Sanford tradition alive. And it'll be the next generation of Sanford. I feel the point I was trying to prove with these leaf springs, I think I've done in the last 3 years. I have hung with some very well-built rigs. I've ran some very hard trails, and we've done it all. But it's definitely elevating to the point that, yes, I do need to get into more of a buggy type thing. But I think turning Sanford into a somewhat of a buggy would be pretty cool. So, yeah. That's what we're doing. It's in here now. We're going to start kind of looking over things, start doing a teardown, and getting ideas where to start with this thing. So I think right off the bat, I'm going to get the front end linked up. That's going to be the hardest thing. So my rails, I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up cutting the front of this rail off and raising it up. I might even step it up a little bit, and it's probably going to get notched into the grill, come out up here, so I've got room for my link tabs and all my steering, because if I do any kind of a high steer or whatever, you can already see where I've had to notch this. So yeah, I'm just going to clean up all that stuff, and like I say, the rear, I think rails and everything are going to get cut off. It's going to be doved and probably extended a little bit, so I have a little bit more cargo room, and I got room for the rear steer. So yeah, this is a big undertaking, and sometimes what seems like doing this seems sometimes faster and cheaper, and it may or may not be. But in my mind right now, my motor's in, my tranny's in, I have my clutches, my seats, you know, most of the cage. Really, it's basically suspension and an Atlas, and I'll be pretty much done. So at least that's what my brain tells me. So anyway, let's get this thing torn apart and start making some stuff happen. Well, I think the first order of business, I don't know, I crawled around down here. I kind of had a link, just seeing where I got clearance and everything. I'm going to remove my exhaust. I'm definitely going to have to go to a block hugger style header or something to free up some room down here for links to get in. I still got a clutch, all the linkage here. So I'm thinking if my bracket is just in there, and I mean, I can have it just tucked up tight to that clutch stuff. But that'll give me about a 36 or 38 inch link by the time I stretch this front end forward 3 inches. So I'm liking that, and that'll clear everything on this side. And then same thing over here. Once I get rid of the exhaust and stuff, I think I can get a link through here. It's not going to interfere with the starter, motor mounts. I no longer have a fuel pump or even a block off plate. So but I think I can get a triangulated 4-link in this. I'm not a big fan of the 3-link. So I'd like a triangulated 4-link. And then the bottom links, that should be no problem. And I can angle those in, and they're going to kind of come off the frame and tie in with my skid plate from what I'm looking at. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pull this exhaust off. I basically need to remove the grill, all this propane stuff. These shock hoops are going to disappear. So I'm going to get all this stuff out of the way so that I can get all this figured out. And I'm not going to cut off the frame until I get all this link stuff done. So I think at this point we're going to just start tearing stuff apart. Well, we are making progress, even though it feels like we're going backwards. So exhaust is off, pretty much everything is off. I still got to pull the mixer off these shock towers. All this front end stuff's off. No more radiator, no nothing. Steering box is gone. Yeah, this header is off now. I still got to climb in, pull all the main exhaust out of it and stuff. But yeah, we're getting this all opened up to where now we're going to be able to see what we need to do. And basically, I got to make everything work around what I want to do with the links. So I think it's going to be fairly straightforward. I'm not seeing too much issues here. So yeah, and then we'll be cutting all this off. So yeah, a few more things to tear apart. I'm going to cut these shock hoops off of here, and I think I can reuse those. They're just going to be about 3 inches farther forward. And they're going to be hooked to probably air shocks or coilovers. I haven't decided yet. I've got both. Coilovers seem like, I don't know if I want to go through the pain of mailing back and forth springs. I think I know pretty much what I need to be pretty close, but yeah, so air shocks is like slap them in, pound some air in them, and we're good. But we'll make that decision later. So we're still decluttering. I want to get this winch off of here. But yeah, we're getting closer to being able to start actually putting some links in this thing. So it's kind of funny, all the times I've been back and forth and wanting to link Sanford, and I'm not going to link it, I'm going to gut it, I'm not going to gut it, I'm building a buggy, I'm not building a buggy, I'm building a JK, I'm not building a JK. I mean, obviously, this has been a real hard thing. Me and Sanford have done a lot together, and at this point, I honestly feel that this is the next move. I feel more confident about this than the buggy. I will do a buggy, but right now the time and money and everything, again, it's not in the cards. So with this, it's basically a link in the front of this, making a few changes here, link the rear, and we'll go. And with this is like the front's the hardest part. So if that's all I get done, I can still work with the rear on leaf springs for this spring. But I'm starting with the hardest. Then the rear is, if I don't have time to do rear steer, at least maybe the rear end will be linked, but I'm trying to not bite off too much to chew. I would like to eventually get rid of the 350 out of here, even though I just put it in there. And I've got an LS that I could dump in it. So, but I'm just doing it in stages. So this is the hardest, most time-consuming part of it. So I'm going to get that done, and then we're going to move on from there. So we're getting close. Let's keep tearing stuff apart. So this whole build on Sanford has always been either under the gun or trying to get ready for stuff. I mean, I've never like really put a lot of time in it. I basically threw this thing together for the first time in about a month, and it literally, when it went on the trailer, it had glowing hot welds. My buddies put it on the trailer while I took a shower, and we went to LB Washington to go play, and I found a few gremlins along the way there, but in my haste of putting it together for that first time, there are things I'm finding that I did that I'm not exactly proud of, but now they're showing up, and yeah, I'm having to deal with it. So sometimes haste is waste, but actually haste gets some things done too. So it's been 3 years of beating on this thing, and I'm just now having to deal with this issue, and it's not that big a deal, but it's kind of stupid on my part. But yeah, check it out. So I am in the process of taking off this winch, and I can get to the back two bolts. Well, the front two, I actually, the winch is bolted to the plate, and then I welded this plate to my bumper, and I just torched holes through the top of this square tube, stuck this down in there, and welded her on. So I had no access to these these bolts, and on top of it, I used Allen bolts in this, some grade 8 Allen bolts. So I've had to torch out a couple of windows so I can get these out so I can get my winch off. So it's just, again, it was just all in a hurry, and we made our deadline, but it comes with a price apparently. So I got to torch these windows out bigger. I tried to fit a wrench on there and couldn't figure out why I couldn't get them to turn. And yes, they are Allen bolts. So we'll torch all this out, get this thing off of here, and yeah, we're making some progress. Well, we're about as far as I'm going to get tonight, so I finally got this winch off of here. Shock hoops are off, and yeah, so now I'm able to see. I got plenty of room to come through, and I can do a triangulated 4-link on the front, so I'm real happy. And they'd be kind of short, but I'm almost thinking if I can use my spring hangers as my lower link mounts, I'm going to take some time tomorrow and kind of do a little measuring and calculating and finding out what my numbers would be. But yeah, so I still got to pull the drive line out. But that's about it for now. I'm about to the stuff where it's going to get serious and things are going to get cut up, and we'll get the front axle out of here and start making some decisions here. So yeah, it's been a good evening though. I'm glad to do this. I'm actually feeling it. So yeah, we made some pretty good progress. Well, we're committed, so I know it's taken a while, and I have been back and forth on this Jeep as far as like gutting it and doing whatever, but this Jeep has a soul. It's like sometimes you get a vehicle that just is like, you know, it adopts you or you adopt it. I don't know. But we have done a ton in this Jeep, and I like to keep its spirit alive. If I go to a buggy or something, again, that kind of, you know, this channel is Sanford Goes Places. This is Sanford, so it needs to keep going places. And we're going to do that, but we're going to do it. We're going to elevate the game. Like I say, these mods, they've been, you know, a long time coming. And I just hadn't been feeling it up to the point. But I feel I proved my point with my leaf springs and what we've done. So we're going to run it up a little bit higher now. And we're going to see if we can start hanging with some, you know, more purpose-built rigs, still in a Jeep. And see what Sanford could do at the next level. So I'm hoping we can get this knocked out pretty quick, because in a couple months I got to be in Wyoming, and I got a lot to do, and I've sat on my butt the whole winter. So kind of when I blew that transfer case up at New Year's, that kind of just, I don't know, I was about to just banish old Sanford to the woods. But we drug her in here today. We're making some stuff happen. We got a lot of stuff coming. So stay tuned. We'll be building a rear steer axle for this. Hopefully we can do poor man budget rear hydraulic steering. I don't know. For now, it's just like time and money is an issue, and we're going to make the best of it. So stay tuned. We got lots more coming. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one.